From Las Grutas, we drive just a few kilometers further to San Antonio Oeste, where we park up for a few nights at the famous kite-surfing spot at Punta Verde. Just across the bay is another beautiful spot, Punta Perdices. On our way to Buenos Aires, we stop in Balneario El Cóndor, famous for the largest colony of parrots in the world, and in Azul.
Time to move after a month of leisure. We're rolling again, not very far today, but we are rolling. We're leaving Golf for Azul campground after the storm last night. We have a sunny but very, very windy day today. We're just gonna do some shopping and drive one town further for the night.
It's a major driving day. I think there is somebody out there.
Oh, he's coming, yeah. So we just said a quick goodbye to Guillermo and all the doggies and cats.
I think we'll be coming back.
Yeah, I think so too. That was a really, really nice place here to stay. Super friendly hosts, and we had the whole place to ourselves for a whole month. And the beach is right out front. Can't get any better than that. Vámonos! Now we're on our way to San Antonio Oeste. This part is called Punta Verde. There's actually a sunset happening behind us. Quite a nice one. Looks like it's low tide. We're going out to the point here to see if we can stop for the night. Wow, we're coming around the corner here and we're looking straight into the sunset. Just park here on the side, maybe, by the building.
We need to park this way also, yeah.
That's a good spot. I use that one.
Peace.
So now we can watch the sunset from the front window. And we see what it's like tomorrow morning when the water's in. So this was our camping spot last night in front of the Parador Punta Verde in San Antonio del Oeste. There's a very good wind protection because the wind is freezing. What a perfect spot. And the water's coming in now. You can see the big factory in the back there. And then there is this kind of like a roundabout here. There's other campers down there. Apparently this is the main kite surfing spot here in Argentina. This is pretty cool here. They've got some barbecues here as well. Benches you can sit on. And there's even a station for security guard on the beach. There's Madonna here. This is a post that shows the distances to some places. Ushuaia is 2,038 kilometers. Hong Kong 17,955. Here's a mural about the kite surfers. Unfortunately there aren't any around. Maybe this afternoon or later in the evening. It's 1st of May, so it should be a public holiday.
San Antonio Oeste is a port city in the Argentine province of Rio Negro. Discovered by an expedition from the Spanish Empire in 1779, the Golfo San Matias became the site of a Spanish outpost. The arrival of the Buenos Aires Great Southern Railway and its expansion towards Bariloche in 1910 led to the hamlet's growth. It later became the site of Punta Verde, the leading port for the large wool export industry of Patagonia, though the collapse in the wool market during the 1930s and 40s led to the port's closure in 1944. In the distance we can see the Alcalis de la Patagonia plant, also known as Alpat. It is the only producer of sodium carbonate in South America and has been in operation since 2005 and has 500 employees. Limestone from quarries 80 kilometres away and salt from a salt mine located 48 kilometres away are used for the production of sodium carbonate here. Alpat is a supplier for other industries that produce glass, soap powder, silicates, other chemicals, water treatment, lithium carbonate and more.
The tide is in and lots of people are coming out now to enjoy the nice weather and to go fishing. And the wind died down. This is brilliantly done here. From the open sea, there's a, I don't know if it's man-made, most likely. There's a bridge or a dam, and then the natural water flows right into this giant swimming pool here. It's perfect for kids to swim in. There's even a little island with some benches on there, and people are setting up with their kayaks here. That is brilliant. And the tide's coming in, it's filling up, and when the tide's going out, it's going to empty. So there's always fresh water in here. Superb. Kayaking people are doing the rounds here.
Today, the small town of San Antonio Oeste houses around 20,000 people and is home to a growing fishing industry, resulting from the opening of the San Antonio Este deep water port in 1983 across the bay. San Antonio Oeste is also a great tourist attraction. It's fun to walk around the waterfront of the town to the small harbour. The bright orange fishing boats can only go in and out of the harbour at high tide. Right next to the harbour are a couple of shipwrecks.
This is a historical building in San Antonio del Oeste from 1909.
We really enjoy our time here. When the wind dies down and the water is calm, you get fabulous reflections in the water, and there's also a nice sunset in the evening. But calm days are rather rare here in San Antonio Oeste. More often you get blasted by a strong wind.
Today is a super windy day. I can hardly see anything, it's so blinding as well. And we're going to move a little bit behind the building here, because we have gale-force winds. So now we're parked on the side of the building, and at least we get on the side on no wind. But it's what was the mileage for the wind? 35 miles an hour?
It's about 48 to 50 kilometers an hour.
48 to 50 kilometers an hour, and you can feel it. It's quite gritty out there as well. It's the first time we actually see waves, because this is really shallow water here and it's choppy.
Although we prefer the less windy days, it's great for the kite surfers, of course. It's always fascinating to watch them, and the shallow water level here is perfect for them to race across the bay.
nice and peaceful spot for the night. Sun's going down in a minute, so we're going for a quick walk. There is a restaurant here, but there's nobody in there. The last visitors are leaving. Quite a chilly wind. This is all shells here. Tuna on the shells. It's very clean and crunchy. Weird with the sunsets here. Seems to be the wrong direction.
It's going.
Although no, on this side it's the right direction. We're waving to our shadow. We're still out and about and enjoying the sunset. It is quite freezing though. Feels like winter. And over there is San Antonio Oeste. We were parked on the right hand side of the factory. Time to go back. Sun's going down now, but it's peaceful. We have the whole place to ourselves today.
The night under the amazing stars is super quiet and peaceful. Punta Perdices is located on the Villarino Peninsula, just 4 kilometers north of Puerto San Antonio Este, and called the Patagonian Caribbean for its calm and crystal clear turquoise water. In the summer, it's a great place for swimming, sunbathing and fishing, and attracts thousands of visitors each year. The beach is full of seashells, snails and small stones, and is also a popular spot for birdwatching. Although the water is way too cold for us to go for a swim, we're happy to be here in the winter season. We have the whole place to ourselves.
Already leaving this beautiful spot because there's bad weather forecasted for tonight. It really doesn't look like it at all, but we don't want to get stuck here on the peninsula, so we decided to go out to the main beach and park up there because it's only hop, skip and a jump to the tarmac road from the main beach. But this was a really beautiful place to stop. In off season we basically had it to ourselves here, and definitely a spot worth coming back to. I even saw 4 flamingos flying over our motorhome this morning. Didn't catch it on camera though. So time to go. From this morning. We're trying the other route, the direct route into town. We're going straight to the port. That's not too bad. It's a shortcut. We have no idea if we can actually get through. It might not be the most us. Very expensive. Very expensive, 2,500. That's $2.50 for 6. That is almost double the price, but then there's nothing open here. He said it's really busy here in the summer, which I can imagine. It's beautiful here, but in the winter it's dead as a doornail. So what has to do, I guess. Tomorrow we might go to Viedma. There should be another big supermarket and we have to stock up there then. In the winter you can't get a thing here. We found a wind sheltered spot, although it's not so windy now. Should there be a storm coming, we should be okay.
We parked at Playa Las Conchillas, close to the small village of Saco Viejo. Playa Las Conchillas is 12 kilometers long and has become one of the most sought-after places for tourists looking for wide beaches, warm waters and the most delicious seafood on the coast. The sand is covered by millions of mussels, clams and scallop shells that, upon completing their life cycle, were dragged to the shore by the force of the water, and today give a distinctive touch to this tourist destination. At certain times of the year, it's possible to see dolphins, sea lions or even penguins. In the summer, it's also a very popular destination for motorhomes. Thank God there's a proper dump station here, otherwise this beautiful beach would be already ruined. Fishing is one of the main industries here, and a tractor is used to pull the boats back up onto the beach. We've seen this many times in Chile, but this is the first time in Argentina.
That must be one hell of a rusty tractor. Way to go! Wow, that is a lot. The whole boat is full here. Probably around 1,500 kilos. And they started at 8 o'clock this morning. That is amazing. This is all sold in Buenos Aires. Each of the bags is about 30 kilos. And they go out when there's no wind. And they go out about 8 kilometers. I guess they're gonna hook this one to the back and then they're going. Guys, they're going home now. weather forecast says that there's a storm coming, and I can see some clouds building in the distance there. So hopefully it's not too bad. This whole beach is full of these shells. They're protected. You're not supposed to pick them. I hope this is not a bad omen for the storm that's coming. We really don't want to get stuck here and look like this afterwards. We had a super quiet night, and although it's cloudy today, the storm didn't really materialize. It's quite calm actually. We didn't have any rain, and the water is higher up today. There might be some rain later because it looks very dark, but there's not a lot of wind. This is worth taping. We are in Balneario El Cóndor on a campground, and it's absolutely freezing outside. We were at a gas station in Vietnam last night, and this morning it was so cold and wet. It was stormy. Now the sun's shining, but the main thing is football's going. We are watching Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich in a minute. The coffee is on. We found a piece of cake. And the main thing is the absolute wonderful electric heater is blasting hot here. We had only 15 degrees in here about 5 minutes ago, and now we're already at 21 or something. 20. That's good enough. And our camp host is bringing it. We're the only ones on this campground, and we pay $4,000, which is $4 for the vehicle one-time fee, and then we pay just $5 a night, 5,000 pesos a night, and we already paid for 4 nights. So all in all, it's $6 a day, which is perfect. We're the only ones here, and we have a hot shower. Love it. We needed that. It was so cold, and the next few days we're gonna go for some walks to see the birdies again. But today it's football and warming up, and you can tell how happy Helen is.
Because I was thinking we weren't going to get anything, and we were going to have to park on the street in this wind with our nose into the wind so that we don't get through the back doors or whatever, because it's so bitterly cold.
Yeah, we're in May, so this is the 8th of May, so this is winter time here.
We're still south of Argentina, if you look at the map. We're still
south of Buenos Aires, Helen means.
Yeah, but we're still in the southern parts. We don't need any of this. He's getting all the stuff out for us, but we don't need any of it.
Well, I don't think we're going to do a barbecue.
I hope the table and the chairs don't start flying in this wind.
We see. Now we're going to watch the football and enjoy our coffee.
Yes.
One German team is already through into the Champions League final. Dortmund won yesterday. Harry Kane is playing for Bayern Munich. It was a 2-2 draw. The first match. This is the second match, and hopefully we are happy bunnies afterwards. 2 German teams in the final would be...
Harry Kane.
Helen is the new Bayern Munich fan only because Harry Kane's playing.
Harry Kane, yeah, he needs to win a title. He's never won anything.
Yeah, and this season he didn't win the championship nor the cup in Germany, so he's got to win the Champions League, nothing less. We are back at Balneario El Cóndor to see the loras, but they're not there. They must have moved. It's not nesting time. Oh well, then we just go for a walk. We're reaching low tide, or the water's going out, so a great time to go for a walk. We've got some spectacular clouds today.
The cliff at Balneario El Cóndor is home to the largest colony of burrowing or cliff parrots in the world. This colony has an average of 37,000 active nests distributed along 18 kilometres of the cliff. 71% of the total number of individuals in Argentina and Chile live here. From April to October, the cliff parrots are mostly absent from this area. About 175,000 specimens arrive at the end of spring, each burrow being occupied by a pair of parrots where the female lays between 2 and 5 eggs in the month of November. Cliff parrots are monogamous, and the individuals in a pair are extremely faithful to each other. The chicks remain in the nests for about 45 days, then they begin to make their first flight excursions and complete their breeding stage after 90 days. You can only walk along the beach at low tide, and there are only a few spots along the cliff to get off the beach in case the tide is coming back in, so you have to be careful. There's a road on the top of the cliff, and the views from here are great. It's not easy to get the parrots on camera when they're flying right past you, but a lot of them are sitting on the power lines.
I'm just worried about the ship. This is a monument for the Falkland Island War, one of the most stupid wars on this planet. Over 649 people got killed.
As the tides are changing, we sometimes walk on top of the cliff first before descending down to the beach to walk home again.
Sometimes the cliff comes crashing down.
After sunset, the parrots are returning to their burrows in droves, and it's fascinating to watch them flying in formation. It looks like a swirling dance right above us. What a noisy bunch they are, though. Balneario El Cóndor is named after the Danish ship Condor, which capsized on its shores in December 1881. On top of the cliff is the oldest lighthouse in Patagonia, serving since 1887. Today it's a beach resort with less than 1,000 inhabitants. The small town is really nice. Apart from holiday homes, a couple of campgrounds and a few little shops, it's a colourful place with lots of nice murals.
We are here in the off season, so we can easily just walk along the road.
Across from our campground, the beach is really nice at low tide. It's fun to look for something interesting in the tidal pools between the rocks. Tonight, the cloud formations and reflections in the water after sunset are amazing. We really enjoyed our 5 nights here in the off-season.
Trucks with these blades.
Wind turbine blades.
Yeah. They're like 40 meters long or so. So we're going. Here they are. Wow. Wow. That is really long. Those are huge trucks. They must be special for these blades. They're swinging quite a bit, these blades. So this is a roundabout, and they had to block the traffic everywhere for these trucks to get around. So wow, they are, I don't know, at least 50 meters long. Don't you think? This is just incredible. They're actually going straight ahead, so we're going to pass them again because we're going to stop here for a breakfast. Those are special vehicles. What I didn't see when I was taping was that we actually have a halo.
This is the third halo that we've seen this year. Wow.
On the country roads we meet all these tractors that have lots of things hanging behind. Mosquitoes. We are in Azul as our GPS says, but it's actually Azul. No idea what the river is called here. Parrots in that one tree here. They built their nests. We are on the other side of the river at the Municipal campground. Wow, what a nice reflection tonight. This is really nicely done here in Azul. So apart from the mosquitoes, there's a nice beach area here. The water level is low, but obviously there's little pools here for the kids. Big beach.
After leaving Azul, we head straight towards Buenos Aires, where we store our motorhome for a few months. Our 9th season in South America starts with a long drive straight across Argentina for 2 days to get to the Cañón del Atuel, south of San Rafael, where we spend 11 wonderful nights on the free municipal campground before we continue our drive to Malargüe and then further along the Ruta 40 and Ruta 145 to Las Loicas, the starting point of the Paso Pehuenche.